Welcome everyone back to weekly weather updates, and in today's video we're going to have a look at the latest from the live radar. Then we'll run through the UKMO office run, have a look at the precipitation, temperature and wind gusts over the next 5 days as ex-tropical storm Alex is going to head to our far north and west. Not going to bring too many impacts in terms of precipitation, could bring some thicker cloud, some showers of course, some heavy showers, but nothing major in terms of weather fronts. But it could be wind gusts that are a bit of an issue. Maybe 50-60 mile per hour wind gusts, which are not too unusual in the winter time. But being now in the summer months, we got trees in full leaf, so 50-60 miles per hour this time of year can feel like 70 or 80 miles per hour when it was back in winter in terms of impacts. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I suspect there could be weather warnings put in force for some areas, but we'll have a look at what the raw data is showing for the wind gusts. And then we'll have a look at the mid to long range, look at what's happening over the next couple of weeks as we head into the middle of June. It does look like there will be plenty of dry weather around, but also quite a few days of showers, sunshine and showers. And whenever you get sort of June time, wherever we do see sunshine and a bit of drier weather, we're going to get to the low 20s. So temperature's going to be in and around average of that low 20s mark, with days with cloud and more showers, probably high teens. So not looking too much different than normal. So remember, if you enjoy my videos, make sure you like and subscribe. And remember to follow me on Twitter as well, the link's in the description. So if you start on the live radar, you can see nothing too much happening at the moment. Quite a lot of cloud around for some, especially in the south, with quite a few sort of scattered showers. Not really too heavy, a couple little heavier patches in here, but mostly lighter showers. And you can see for the far west and southwest, a weather front is heading in. This will become more organised and can bring some heavy rain overnight tonight, but should clear by sort of tomorrow morning from most central and western areas, maybe lingering slightly in the east before it gives way to a lot of sunshine and showers. Tomorrow there could be quite a few heavy thundery showers around for some, but equally some areas will just escape with nice warm sunshine with temperatures potentially 22-23 degrees. So it could be a very nice day tomorrow for some, could be quite abysmal for others with if we see those showers and that cloud sort of band together. So if we do just have a look at the temperatures, and then we'll have a look at the UKMO office run, now you can see pretty decent day today. Apart from where we have cloud further southwards and westwards, we're seeing temperatures get up into the high teens, low 20s, potentially sort of 20, 21, 22 degrees. You can see a little bit of bullseye area, this sort of Bedford area, getting up into the low 20s. Again, this is a combination of warm upper air temperatures, a bit of the Föhn effect, especially in the northwest, and of course where we are away from the cloud as well, with the most amount of sunshine. As I said, there's also a bullseye area, again, in and around this northwest region, which is very likely to see these sort of conditions, again, because of the orographics around there. So St Helens area, all the way towards the coast, near like Formby, Liverpool, all this area is very warm today, towards the low 20s. But again, you see a bit of thicker cloud, a bit of elevation, and it's more towards mid-teens. So it's not warm everywhere, but there's quite a few pockets of areas that are pretty decent. You can see along the far east coast, a little bit cooler, some blues mixing there with a bit of a sea breeze. So a lot of microclimate conditions mixing in, but a few areas it's really quite warm today, and that will continue over the next few days. So if we do have a look at the UKMO office run, have a look at the precipitation and temperature over the next 5 days. Now you can see those showers breaking out today, and you can see why those best temperatures in that sort of Bedford area towards the northwest as well, just where we've got a slither of clearer skies, so warmer conditions because of that. But a weather front arriving from the far southwest will become more organised and heavier overnight, but for the early hours it will be heavy with torrential rain within it. But as I said, it should clear for most in the morning, so by 8 AM just lingering across parts of northern England, southern Scotland, and potentially across East Anglia, and then we go into sunshine and showers. Very difficult to say how widespread and heavy these showers will be, but at the moment it looks like potentially sort of the West Midlands down into central southern England. This corridor here could be where we see the most intense showers, and there's another little system moving into Northern Ireland. That does head through, and those showers do diminish by around 4 or 5 PM, and sort of diminishing from the far south, southwest, before we do see that precipitation move through. And then another weather front arrives for Thursday afternoon, just bringing thicker cloud before precipitation does start to die down within it. And then by Friday, we actually are seeing ex-tropical storm Alex to our far northwest, and you can see there isn't much in terms of major precipitation with it. Quite thick cloud and some heavy thundery showers, but it's the wind gusts, as we'll have a look at in a minute, that could provide impacts. Beyond that, though, we do start to see some sunshine in the south, so it could be quite dry, as we do have higher pressure building in, and it could be quite warm as well. So do just have a look at those wind gusts. Now, if we head to sort of Wednesday, you can see when those weather fronts moving in, well, that little system, associated with that same low pressure system, it's maybe 30-40 mile per hour gusts. But as we head through Thursday into Friday, you can see those stronger gusts, much more widespread, 50, maybe 60 miles per hour for a few, especially in the north and the west. So nothing crazy, as I said, but strong enough gusts to potentially have a few impacts. If you have got any plans on Friday in the north and west, I'd keep an eye on this, and if you've got any outdoor plans, make sure you do take the necessary precautions for 50-60 mile per hour wind gusts. But you can see those wind gusts do start to die down through sort of Saturday, Sunday, maybe peaking once again on Friday afternoon, 50-60 miles per hour over higher ground in northern England and across Scotland as the system does move to our north and sort of fills. And you can look at the pressure and you can see just to our north, quite strong isobar gradient there. So that's why we're seeing those conditions. Now, if you look at the max temperatures, it's going to be pretty decent over the next couple of days. You can see this afternoon that slither from northwest down toward the Midlands, 20 to 22 degrees. Pretty decent on all there, but we have thicker cloud and more showers around and sort of sea breezes in the northeast, for example. Mid to low teens is still pretty viable. If we do have a look at Wednesday, you can see, even though we've got a lot of showers around, we still do have plenty of sunshine. So you could see temperatures in around that sort of 18 to 22 degree mark, which is very nice. If you've got any plans tomorrow, yes, there will be showers around. Some could get some quite heavy showers, but for the majority, it will still be a pleasant day. Just may have a few sort of intermittent showers sort of coming through. It should move through quite quickly, but it could go from nice mid-20s sort of sunshine feeling weather down towards showers and feeling pretty miserable. So it could be flip-flopping a lot tomorrow. So do, if you are going out tomorrow, do have a raincoat or something, or umbrella or whatever, because there will be showers around. Most likely, most areas will see a bit of rain at least throughout the day. If we do move through to Thursday afternoon, you can see a little bit less in terms of temperatures in the far west, with thicker cloud and precipitation moving in, but in the east, 22 degrees. So as I said, big temperature gradient where we see cloud and rain to where we see sunshine. As we head to Friday, you can see those temperatures once again, 22, 23 degrees across perhaps the East Midlands into East Anglia and North East England. And then to Saturday, widespread, 20 to 23 degrees across many eastern, central and southern portions of the country. So we have higher pressure building in there, but thicker cloud, stronger winds and a bit of precipitation in the northwest. Mean temperatures will struggle in around that 10 to 15 degree mark. So if we do now have a look at the mid to longer range, and we'll start with the GFS, you can see we're under a ridge of high pressure at the moment, not a slight ridge, and that's why precipitation has been reduced today. But we see that low pressure run through tomorrow, and we've got a flat westerly tomorrow as that low pressure moves through, and that's giving us those sunshine and shower conditions tomorrow. And then you can see ex-tropical storm Alex moving into the northwest, potentially giving 50-60 mile per hour wind gusts. Again, it all depends on how quickly it sort of fills, because it does deepen a bit on approach to the UK, but as it lingers to our northwest towards Iceland, it does fill in. And when I mean fill in, I mean it raises its pressure, so loses its intensity, before eventually sort of petering out into just a general small little low pressure system towards Scandinavia. And then we go into quite a westerly flow beyond that towards day 10, but high pressure does start to build in, so it could turn drier. Yes, a bit of a northerly flow with the air direction coming around that high pressure system, but this time of year, it's not too majorly cold. Look at those upper air temperatures. Yes, it's not amazing. It's towards sort of 0 to 5 degrees at 850 HPA, but it could still give temperatures into the high teens, low 20s, which isn't too bad. But if it was from the opposite direction, from the southeasterly or easterly, it could be mid-20s. But beyond that, we do see little low pressures mixing in, so potentially, with a bit of blocking to our north and west, it could be still warm, but cloud and showery with the wind direction coming in from the north. So if we do have a look at the GM, see how that does compare. Again, tropical storm or ex-tropical storm Alex just to our northwest does fill in, and we go into a westerly flow. High pressure though building in more than the GFS does, especially in the south and the west, which could mean quite a warm sunshine sort of conditions with drier conditions. You can see the 10 degree ice firm in, so very possible to see temperatures get up into the mid-20s, maybe there. And if we do have a look at the ECMWF Ensembles, you can see again, westerly flow coming in, low pressure running in, that ex-tropical storm Alex, before we do see high pressure build back in. Westerly flow still, but low pressure staying to our north and our west, high pressure to our south. And once again, if we have a look at those upper air temperatures, you can see it is pretty warm, 10 degree isotherms close by. So again, possibility of seeing mid-20s when it's sunny and dry. But when there's still cloud and precipitation around, those air masses aren't that warm. So it will still potentially be mid to high teens if we do see more cloud around. So as I said, this time of year, very variable in terms of cloud amounts. We've got very strong sunshine. Whenever you see the sun coming out, it's going to feel warm. It's going to be warm. But whenever we see that sun hide away, we still have sort of Atlantic air. So it is going to feel cooler. It is going to feel a big contrast between sun and cloud. So do take that, do bear that in mind, especially with these temperatures. There could be sort of 4 or 5 degree temperature swings between areas with cloud and areas with sunshine. So if you do finish the video by having a look at the ensembles, we start on the GFS ensembles. You can see generally temperatures are in and around average, slightly above, slightly below over the next couple of weeks. But I'd probably say more around average or slightly above average. So sort of that low 20s, 20 to 22 degree mark. That's generally average for the summer month high temperatures. You can see there are some very anomalous, big, very hot runs, temperatures getting into the low to mid 30s. But you can see it's only on a couple runs. So a little bit outliers there. I wouldn't take those too literally. You can see the operational run that we had a look at was generally around average with most of the other ensemble members. So that's sort of the pattern we're likely to see. Maybe slightly below average in the longer term though. You see precipitation quite high over the next day as we see that weather front move in from the west before we go into sunshine and showers. And then we get a dry period of 3 or 4 days as we have high pressure in the far south and southwest into southeastern areas as well, but we have low pressure further northwards and westwards. So precipitation around in the north and west, but dry potentially in the south and east. Maybe not completely, could be a few showers and some cloud around, but nothing too major. Before around sort of mid-month, 14th, 15th of June, it could turn a little bit wetter again, potentially some lower pressure moving in, maybe weather fronts. And in the long term, just generally does look showery. If we do have a look at the ECMWF ensemble, see how that does compare. If we look at the midnight run, you can see generally temperatures are in and around that average mark again, slightly below, slightly above, and you can see some very anomalous, very hot runs towards the end of the ensemble charts. No massively cold runs, but quite a few hot runs, but it doesn't really deviate the average or the mean from the ensemble that much. So majority are in around that average mark, but we have got quite a few now going between 15 and 20 degrees at 850 HPA, which would give temperatures in and around that 30 degree mark. So we have to keep an eye on it. We're going to see these runs this time of year. We're getting that really hot air very close to our south this time of year. Throughout June to August, there is, whenever we get a southerly wind, there is going to be the potential for sort of high 20s, low 30s, because we've got very hot air going to be starting just sitting over the Mediterranean and Spain, and all you need is a brief little southerly flow, and we can go very hot. So there is the possibility there, but there is always this time of year, so I wouldn't look too much into that. You can see precipitation a little bit higher the next day or two, but not massive. Can be a weather front moving through and then just showers, and then drier from around the 9th to 13th before precipitation signal picks up. Not quite as high as the GFS, considering we've got 20 more ensemble members here, so that's interesting seeing, but it still is there, precipitation. So it does look like it will be generally decent in terms of upper air temperatures in around that average, slightly above average mark, so low 20s, but still showers around, not bone dry by any means, so not too far really from what's normal for this time of year. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you're on the north and west, make sure you stay safe with the stronger winds coming later this week. And I hope you all have a good week. And I'll see you again for another video soon.